Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video here on my channel. Today I've got for you the Void patch news. We're gonna talk about everything that came along with this patch and of course about the Void. And let me tell ya, there is a lot of stuff that got added with this update and not just about the Void. But you're ready? Good, then roll the intro. Well, we received another biome this week, the Void. It's the third to be exact after version 5.0. And yes, I know a lot of people think now, oh the Void, another biome, cool, even more furnace crafting. But no, it's really a cool biome. The only thing about it that makes it a bit, bad is the crafting, and you need to be prestige 50 or higher to get there. I used the demographic from our older video, so I can see how much percentage of my viewers are about 50 prestige, and actually only 13%. So yes, only 30% of my viewers are able to get to the Void. Of course, to get to the Void you first need to go to the Chronos layer, and then you need to make a bit crafting. Also, it's needed for prestiging, so you can't miss out on it on this video. You need 350 graviton. For that you need 350 tritum, 350 clock spring, which you get from a mob, and 350 secrets of time, and 1400 cent of clock. Sounds easy, right? Yeah. But it's about 15 minutes more crafting, so a speedrun nowadays needs 1.5 hours, maybe a bit more. But yeah, that's just I wanted to say. You also need to craft even more tritium from the sun for the gravity, so normally you need to craft 100 tritium, then you can craft the key for the Chronos layer, but now you need to craft 350 more, which takes another like 30 minutes or something. Yeah, they said they balanced it, but it still needs a lot of changes. But now to the exciting part. New blocks. There's static, struct, null, bool, ender crystal, and the new rare mob drop walker essence, all of which are obtained in the Void. There are also a lot of new PPS items, which are all very good. There's the Void amulet, which you can craft with anium crystal, gives you 4300 PPS, so it's a lot and it's easy to get. The null pearl with null blocks, 4700 PPS, and the TV static with static blocks, 4900 PPS. They're all easy to get and give you a lot of PPS. As you could see at the start of the video, I bought them all because they're just so good. They gave me like over 1 billion PPS actually, so definitely buy them. But there's also the Walker Emerald, which you get from the mob drops. You can craft with the Walker Essence, as I said, and it gives you 5k PPS. And you can craft Unity, which a lot of you might be familiar to, which you can craft in the furnace with some blocks you get from the Void. It gives you also 5k PPS, but be careful, it takes about 2 hours to craft this thing. And you can't just craft it from scratch, you need to craft zeros and ones and stuff, and it's kinda complicated, so yeah. I didn't bought it yet, but you can definitely do that if you look out for a challenge. There's also new pickaxes. There's the anium pickaxe, which you can craft with 1000 anium crystal, the struct pickaxe, which is actually legendary, with 5500 struct blocks, and the null pickaxe, that's the important one by the way, with 7500 null blocks. And it's needed for prestige, so that's why it is important. All of them are better than all the others. If you don't know what I mean with this, is their damage is actually the highest in the game. Null is actually from those the best, so I think 47, yeah, I think 47 at level 1. It's just a lot. I remember when the highest damage was 30 at level 1, but you know, time changes. All of these pickaxes are epic or legendary, but their ability is just fire. I mean, it looks cool and stuff and it has a fancy text, but actually it's just fire ability, so I don't know why they're even epic or legendary. I mean, yeah, they're rare to get, kinda rare, because you need to be prestige 50, but they're bad. They're just so bad, so I'm not gonna use them just for prestige, you know. There are also new mobs. The Ender mob, as it is called, drops the Ender essence. It spawns at the end, by the way. It drops the new item, which comes later in the video, and it's also craftable what it drops, so it's not necessary to kill it, but it spawns quite frequently, at least for me. It looks like an Enderman, you can't miss it. It was in my footage at least 3 times now or something, so yeah. And there's an Enderman like thing in the void. I don't know the name. I searched, but I couldn't find anything, so it looks like if Slenderman and Enderman had a kid, that would be it. So yeah, you can't miss it. If you kill it, at least if you try to kill it, there's gonna be some flashbacks on the screen and stuff, and yeah, it's kinda cool. It drops the Walker Essence, which I talked about earlier in this video. So, but you can craft it in the furnace, so it's also not necessary to kill it. If you have a good player tree and also a good snowball, maybe combined with feather, it can actually give you a lot of Walker Essence. So yeah, that's the most efficient way to farm Walker Crystals. Now to other new additions to the game. As I told you at the start of the video, there's a lot of stuff for the end. And yeah, there's the Ender Mask, which gives you 550 PPS only. Yeah, it's not much, I know. You can get it in the end, and you need the Ender Essence for it. So if you kill the Ender creature, the Ender mob, what it is called, it drops the Ender Essence. With that you can craft the mask. You can also craft it in the furnace, but it's really slow, so yeah. But you don't really need to buy it, because 550 PPS, it's easier to get the Walker Crystal even, I think, if you prestige 50. Maybe for the players that aren't prestige 50, well, here is your Walker Crystal, just a nerfed one. Also, there's a new offer in the shop, which is called the Void offer. It costs about 20 bucks, and it gives you 2000 runic, null blocks, and a big ender chest. Not a normal ender chest, a big one. I personally did not open one yet, because you can only buy them in these packages, but my friend bought one and it gave like 300 legendary abilities, so it is really good, but you know, it's also very expensive. The 2000 runic cost are about $50 worth, so yeah, it is good to buy, kinda better than runic itself. The null blocks shouldn't be that good, because you know, if you are in the void, you probably have a high block fortune and don't worry about blocks anyways. But yeah, there's the big end chest, so is it good? I would say nah. If you wanna spend 20 bucks, as I say at every time, the most efficient way of spending your money in Pickcrafter are the event packages. But you can buy it if you need this big ender chest. You can also get a big ender chest if you buy the prestige offer, and then the big prestige offer costs also 20 bucks, but you get a bit more, but no runic. So yeah, if you want the big ender chest, buy that package, not the prestige one. There is also the Ender amulet, which gives you 100% PPS boost. I know that sounds crazy and all, but as you may can see here on my PPS, it's not the complete or absolute PPS which it doubles, it's only the raw PPS. If you don't know what that is, just go in the settings and you can see in the stats what your raw PPS are. Mine are about 350 million, yes. So I had about 9 billion PPS before, and after I bought it I had 9.7 billion. So what it does I think it does at least. It doubles your raw PPS and adds it to your current PPS. I know that's not really as good as it seems at first, but it is kinda good, because if you think about it, low players probably have not as much boosts as high players do. So if you have, let's say, 1 million PPS, your raw PPS are probably about 500k or something, and 500k times 2 are 1 million. So for you, maybe even it doubles your PPS. There's a really good chance for this. Also, by the way, maybe I should tell you how to get it. You can get it in the Ender Pearl menu here in the shop, and it costs 15 Ender Pearls. You can only buy it once, so definitely do that. 15 Ender Pearls aren't that much. Do it, just do it. It's really, really good. There are also some bug fixes and some furnace balance changes. At least Pickcrafter says this. I don't know about bug fixes, I'm not that bug hunter, some people maybe are, but the balance changes that may or may not were happening, yeah, they're not enough, because 1.5 hours to get 1 prestige is way too much. I know I said it in another video. You can remove the feature that you need to craft a lot of stuff, or make the oven better. You can do that with skills, you can just buff it or set a timer down or whatever, but please, that can't be like that. I'm gonna make another video about that theme very soon, if that doesn't get patched till then. But Pickcrafter, if you see this, that's my opinion. And snowballs are better at hitting mobs. Personally, I think that is the case, because snowballs, you know, if you throw them, often the mob is just gone. It's just gone, and the snowball flies into nothing and you wasted your cooldowns. So that should be changed, or at least snowballs are buffed. Yeah, I use them every time. A lot of people think it's a really bad ability, maybe because their stats are not good. If the snowball isn't good and your skill tree isn't, yeah, it's not that good. But comboed with feather, it's a really good combo. You should use it yourself. And another thing that happened is Martin Emerald fragments can now be crafted in furnace. Not a big thing, I think, because again, not a lot PPS gained from this thing, but you know, just I'm gonna say it because it happened. And badges stack in the badge menu. That's a really good change, I think, because I didn't look at it. If you played for 2 years, for example, and by the Halloween event always got all the 30 challenges complete and get the diamond badge, now they stack. So yeah, it's kinda cool, but not necessary. It's kinda cool. And a huge change. I mean a really, really, really huge change now. Seasonal items can now be earned more than once when a season is live. You don't even know how good that is. These things almost always give a PPS boost. So, for example, normally when I buy one of these items, I get about 10 to 20 million PPS, which is kinda cool and all, but it's not really that much because you can buy it once and yeah, 20 million PPS more. But now you can buy them multiple times. I don't know how much. It can be like, okay, in the first year you can buy it once, next year another time or so, or like all the other items in the game, and literally all of them, almost, at least the normal ones, you can craft them as often as your prestige level is. So for example, I could buy it almost 500 times, and that would be, yeah, 10 billion PPS. I know, I mean, I can't get it instantly 500 times like the other items, but just think about it. That would be a huge buff, and now you can farm PPS, at least if that is the case. But now to a section a lot of people already look forward, I think. The AMP codes. I have 3 codes here. If you're seeing this in May or even later, maybe they don't work anymore because they expire at some time. I don't know. if it is 1 month or 2 or 3 or a year, or I don't know. But yeah, here they are. X, Y, V, H, exrj, ekce. Of course, I think nobody of you understood that, so yeah, it's in the description as well, just copy it. But now to a fraction of the video, probably the least of players wanna watch my opinion on the void. Yeah, so I would consider me as a good Pickcrafter player, and I mean really good, because Pickcrafter has multiple 100,000 players that are active, and I'm in the top 10-20 by the way. So yeah, I think I know what I'm saying. The void, as I said previously, getting to the void is a struggle, and prestiging nowadays, it's horror. But the void is cool. I love the void. There are different stages. I don't know exactly what they mean. I don't think anybody knows if I'm true. But yeah, I love the void. I absolutely love it. But maybe there could be some changes. The PPS items are really overpowered, but if you think about it, only 50 plus prestige players can get there, so it is necessary to give them a high reward, at least for the endless waiting. And yeah, I think it's a cool biome and all, and cool addition and stuff, but I would love if it would be like before. Don't remove the biomes or something, but maybe you can prestige from the end with the endstone pickaxe again. I think it's a really good idea to make those like you can get there if you want biomes, like teleporter. The teleporter, you don't need to get the you don't need to teleport you in the teleporter biomes to prestige. If you want, you can do it, at least if you have the teleporter. So it should be like that with the new biomes, I think, because I really wanna get there. I love the biome and all, but maybe not every prestige. Maybe once in a month I get there and play a bit, or record some footage or whatever. But if I need to get there every time and I don't even use it, I don't even buy the items there, I just go there so I can finally prestige again, I don't think that's a good idea, because low level players don't need to get there to prestige, but for those it wouldn't be a big problem. For the higher level players that is, because the low level players might even need days for one prestige. Days. 2 hours more wouldn't be a problem there, but for someone like me who prestiges in 2 minutes and then needs to wait 8 minutes till his pickaxe ability is there again, 10 minutes, what, 2 hours is a big deal. So for me, it is a really big problem, and I know from my own history of Pickcraft that when I was about prestige 50 to 100, I needed about 1 hour, maybe a half an hour to prestige, and half an hour or 2.5 hours are, yeah, just a big difference. So for everyone who's prestige 50 or more, it's gonna be a big struggle to prestige now. And if there ever will be another biome after the void, for example for prestige 100 plus players, it would just be hard to get from 50 to 100, because you need to wait and wait and wait. You would need to play a whole day, go every 30 minutes in and out and craft and these, and I don't think that's a good idea, because what Pickcraft is doing right now, every player over prestige to 50, I think at least, won't prestige anymore. No, not anymore, but a lot less. I think so myself. Since the void is here, it's been about 1 week, and I prestige 3 times. Normally I prestige 3 times a day. That takes me about half an hour or even a bit more. I do that while driving in the bus or something, but now I can't just do that while driving in the bus. Maybe I could craft to the sun in the bus, and then while I'm not in the bus I could craft myself some tritium, and then while driving back I could get myself into the Cronus layer and get maybe some clock spring or something, and then I need to craft it again, and overnight maybe I could go to void finally, or even not, and that would be not even 1 prestige a day, and that's just too long and too much struggle, I think. But hands down, it's a really good biome, and I love the changes Pickcrafter made, but definitely they could be better. But no problem, they could change it at any time. But sadly, that's everything I've got for you today. Thanks for watching, by the way, if you watched till now, because it was probably about 10 to 15 minutes, and I know that's really long for a Pickcrafter video at least. But I have some ideas for future videos. One thing would be, I'm gonna upload a full prestige in version 5.2, or whatever version this is, because I know if I say it like that, 2 hours, that may sound 2 hours you can even prestige 3 times a day, then no, it's not like that. So I'm gonna upload a video where I go from plains to end, which is really fast. I uploaded a speedrun some days ago, and then record from the end to the void. I record everything. So if you think now to yourself, 2 hours isn't a big problem for anyone, watch it fully. Then you will understand the pain everyone needs to go through. And I'm also gonna ask Pickcrafter devs some questions about maybe changing a bit. But yeah, and I have an idea to make a custom trailer for the game, because I thought to myself, well, the last Pickcrafter trailer is from 2016 or something. That's really odd. A lot of things happened since then. So I thought to myself, okay, now with this new biomes, Pickcraft has a totally new look. And maybe, I know they won't make a trailer, because I know Pickcrafter won't make a trailer about every update, but maybe I will. A fan trailer could be pretty cool, maybe 30 to 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute or something, could be pretty cool. A mini project for me. And in 2.21 I'm gonna make streams again, so yeah, you can look forward for that. And also the Pickcrafter needs balance video, hopefully coming soon also. Probably the next video is gonna be the World Prestige in version 5.2. Yeah, could come very soon actually, maybe even this week or next week. So yeah, thanks for watching. This was your favorite Pickcraft nerd, Julius Cool. Buy my merch and bye.